a facial. Get this dead skin removed. Like, I don't know if I got a sunburn or what, but welcome everybody. Welcome back to my channel. This is Honeybee Z's, Anisha Lynn with Shut the Fuck Up and Meditate, where we talk about all things self-love, authenticity, healing, and just triumphing over doing shadow work and learning to love ourselves on this healing spiritual growth journey. I hope this video finds you well. Please like, subscribe, comment something down below to let me know if I'm doing this right. You feel me? But we just gonna jump right into it. I usually journal. I don't usually talk, but God is getting me out of my comfort zone. It's a part of the healing journey to step out and be yourself. Like, in this day and age, like, what's there to hide anymore? You feel me? Like, what's there to be fearful of? Why not be yourself? Just why not? You know? So I was like, you know, I really don't like showing myself, don't really like speaking, but at the same time, it's time to switch it up and change and do something new, because you never know. You never know. People are making millions off creating videos, just reviewing food, reviewing products. Hey, just be yourself. Do what you do. So I do like to speak. I do like to talk. I am a messenger. I do have a message. I do. It's just, as a young girl, I was quieted, if that's even a word. I was silenced. You know, people are always, you're a child. What do you know? But I knew a lot. I was just silenced. So over the years, I wouldn't say I was a mute. I just always felt like, you know, who would listen to me? My opinion doesn't matter, but it does. And you do matter. So the viewer that is seeing me on the screen, know that you can do it. Know that you could take that step. You could take that leap. You could step out your comfort zone. Just try it. Just try it. Just try. You don't have to try to go for the gusto and get 50,000 subscribers and all that. It don't have to be perfect. You don't have to have the best camera. You don't have to have the best quality. You just need to be yourself. The world needs to see you and needs to hear your perspective on things. So I took everything that I've been writing in my journal and going through, and I'm trying to put it on camera. So if you rocking with me and you in that boat of coming out of hiding and voicing your opinion and just taking up space, basically. Take up some space. Say it. Do it. Take up some motherfucking space. So if you, I know it's some gals, some guys and some gals that are in that boat right along with me. Just do it. Just try it. Even if it's just one time, even if you only make one video, even if you go live once, even if you just create a story, create a short, do it. Take up space. Take up space. But anywho, in today's video, and I gotta learn to look at this camera because I'm always looking up in a way. But in today's video, a thought came to me because I had been healing from a breakup with my ex and my child, and my child's father. And I was crying and beating myself up. And I'm just like, oh, why did I do this? And I'm just beating myself up about love and relationships. And then it just hit me. Then it comes to me like an epiphany. So I think I'm just about, I'm sorry. But yeah, it hit me. I had an epiphany and it was like, yo, you don't need to beat yourself up. Number one, the world is already beating us down. already. Why do it to yourself? You feel me? Why continue? Why beat yourself up even more when the world and people are already doing that? No, uplift yourself. Speak kindly to yourself. Show yourself compassion and grace. You feel me? So I was like, you know what? We're not the first ones to go through a breakup. We're not the first ones to be crying and sliding down the walls. We're not the first ones to be feeling a little, you know, like I should have known better. I should have did better. But the point of today's video was late blooming, a late bloomer. This is the confession of a late bloomer. I'm 32 years old. And while I was talking about my heartbreak to everyone, they was making it seem like I should have, and I thought this too, but they were making it seem like I should have been over the situation already, you know, and just like let it go. Like, even I felt like, yo, what's taking me so long to let this shit go and to move forward? And you know, it just hit me. I was like, I'm a late bloomer in love. I didn't have a boyfriend in middle school. I didn't have a boyfriend in high school. Did I have a boyfriend in college? I'm 32 years old. And I decided to go to college when I was like 22, 23. I took about 2 years off to just figure out what it is I really want to do. And then I went to college. And it ended up dropping out anyway. But nah, I really only had one boyfriend in my life. And that was my ex and my child's father. You know, when I commit to something, I'm in it to win it. And I was in it to win it with this guy. And it just, I even met him late. I met my ex, my child's father, when I was 25, 26. Had our child when I was turned 28. So I was just like, wow, is this my first heartbreak? Is this my first broken heart? You know, I've heard so many stories of people getting their heart broken when they were like 17, 16. And I had like a little puppy love crush back in high school, but he didn't break my heart. He just disappointed me, you know? Because I felt like, yo, what are we doing in high school besides holding hands and walking down the halls and standing at each other's locker and making out at the football games? Like, what is there else to do? Honestly, growing up, my mom had me young. My mom had me when she was 13. She told me about sex, body parts, menstrual periods, and all that stuff, and it kind of actually scared me from sex and boys. I played with boys, I talked to boys, but on that level of boyfriend, girlfriend, I was just always like, and never really was impressed. So I didn't have a boyfriend in middle school. I had a little crush, but he let me down freshman year. I really kept my head in the books, and I'm just making this video to relate, you know, to put it out there that if you're heartbroken at 32, 42, 52, or whatever, like, don't feel like, oh, I should be over this, you know, because although we're all on this journey called life, everyone has their own pace, everyone has their own path, different choices bring about different circumstances. But I was really beating myself up, feeling like, yo, I should be over this by now. Like, it happened, it's over, it's done with it, I'm grown, I shouldn't be crying and sliding down the walls. I shouldn't be this depressed. I shouldn't be laying around not washing my ass. You feel me? Not brushing my teeth, just looking like, who shot John? You know, but then I had an epiphany. It occurred to me like, yo, we were just a late bloomer in love, and that's okay. We really wanted to give our love away to someone special. We wanted to wait. We wanted it to be special. And there's nothing wrong with that. And I shouldn't be beating myself up about loving someone. And I shouldn't be rushing the process all because of what society says. But I had never experienced no heartbreak. So that shit hurt my little ass. And I was just like, oh my God, why? I'm 29, 30 years old and I'm sliding down the walls. I feel like my heart is being ripped out of my chest. Like, why? But hey, it happens. And it happens at different stages. You know, there are people who divorce, get their heartbreak, and they 50 plus. Some people have never even married, and that's okay. I'm just here to relate, here to put my perspective on things, that it's okay to be a late bloomer. It's okay to have experienced heartbreak later on in life. And what really had me thinking like, yo, yeah, what the fuck is wrong with me? Because I was on the phone with one of my homegirls, and this was like a year ago, but the conversation was brought back to my remembrance right after I had the epiphany, like, hey, I'm a late bloomer, because we were on the phone and we were talking about boyfriends, you know, and I was talking about how I don't think I'm ready to date, you know. My mind is not all the way there. It's not, and this was last year. And she telling me, you need to get out more. You need to go see some people. You need to at least date or talk to somebody. Like, you don't need to just be sitting in the house and blah, blah, blah. She thought I was just sitting in the house crying. But I wasn't just sitting in the house crying. I was sitting in the house crying. And I was sitting in the house getting myself together, you know. Every time I say that, I think of Shamar. I'm in here. I can't even get myself together, you know. That little clip. But, then she was, I forget specifically what we were talking about, but she was telling me that I needed to get back out there and date. And, you know, we were just talking about the men that we had in our lives before. And I was like, I never had a boyfriend. You know, I've had lovers. I've talked to people, had sex, went out on dates, blah, 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 blah. But nobody I really, like, gave my heart to. And she was just like, you never had no boyfriend. Girl, what? I was like, yeah, I've never had no boyfriend. And she was just stunned, like it was speechless on the other line. And she was like, girl, I was having sex at this age and I had a boyfriend this. And I was just like, whoa, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. But hearing it on the phone, I was just like, wow. When you hear it out loud, it do feel like, well, damn, I need to get my shit together. But it's okay to be a late bloomer. I'm a late bloomer myself. I believe that I'm ready to meet people, talk to them, ease on back down the road. But I'm really just enjoying my singlehood and enjoying learning myself. But it's absolutely okay to be a late bloomer in anything. Like, in anything. I be reading the comments sometimes on these YouTube videos, and there's women that be like, I was in a marriage, I was married for 20, 30 years. It's okay to start over. It's okay to get your life back. And it is okay to start over, no matter the age. It's never too late, as long as you get out there and you do it with confidence. But that was just an epiphany for me. I was like, wow, I'm beating myself up because I'm crying about this guy and the relationship and all the things that I wanted and all the things that happened in between, blah, 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 blah. But it was just like, this is your first real heartbreak. This is your first real love. This is your first real relationship. And that's why it was taking you so long to detach and process what you went through. Yeah, because it normally don't take me this long. Like I said, I've had guy friends, I've had lovers, but you know, we fall out. I'd be like, all right, cool. Get back out here, you know, mingle, flirt, get somebody number. But I was just like, this time it ain't happening fast enough for me, you know? And then every time I would see him, because we share a child together, we have to co-parent. Every time I see him, it'll just bring back more memories of just anguish. And I'll be like, I'm still not over him. But it's just because I was a late bloomer. I didn't experience a real heartache in a real relationship until I was damn near 30 years old, 28, 29 years old. And it really stung me because I really, really loved the guy. And I was like, oh my God, my first heartbreak, you know? But I'm good now, y'all. I'm good now. I just wanted to share this video to help someone. I hope it did, but it's okay. It's all right to pick up the pieces. Wherever you are, whatever the age, whatever the number, you can do it. Don't let society make you feel like you're a piranha or there's something wrong with you because you're not rushing the process and you not hopping back out there. You know, some people take their time after a heartbreak to actually feel it, heal, process it so they could be better. And some people just be like, man, fuck it, I'm getting back out here. So it's okay to start over. That's been a theme that's been ringing in my head for a couple of months now. It is okay to start over. Your life is not over because you lost a lover, you lost a relationship. It's not over. As a matter of fact, it's a new fucking beginning. And you can do whatever you fucking please, whatever your heart's desire. But this time you're doing it, whatever you choose to do. If you're doing it with experience, you're not just winging it. You're making choices from experience, and your experiences and those lessons have now turned into wisdom, and you're using your discernment. So it's okay. It's okay to be a late bloomer. Late blooming to me means I've been loading up on all this wisdom, loading up on all these observations, and I know what to do, and I can share it. I can share my experiences, and I can share my newfound wisdom through what I've learned. So yeah, it's okay. It's okay. I pat myself on the back. It's okay. It's okay.